saying earlier, you know, or maybe she didn't, maybe maybe I just made this up, like she was telling me in my mind, but we've only been, we don't play in Ireland, and certainly not in Dublin very often, probably not enough actually, because when we first started making music, the goal was to just make music. We grew up in a place called Calgary, and we wanted to just make music outside of Calgary. And then we were really lucky because we started touring right away in the United States of America, and we were playing all these great cities, and everything was great. And then the first time we ever went to Europe, we were I think we were like 20 or 21, and it was horrible. And we didn't have credit cards, and we didn't have any money, so we would just say, the record label put us up in a hotel, and we would just eat like chocolate covered pretzels, and we'd be starving, and we'd come home and we'd have like sinus infections, and like clumps of my hair would be falling out. It was awesome. At least you were skinny. Yeah. Hey. No body image. No, we are trying to spread a message that you don't have to be in a bikini to play the guitar. And at the time our message was that you had to be in a bikini. No, at the time we thought that there might be the only way to ever get to places like Ireland was to be in a bikini while playing the guitar. And that's an exaggeration, but the truth is that there was so many years where we just felt like we were doing something that was weird, and that people, I mean, we didn't think we were weird. We were weird. We are weird. But I mean, musically, we thought that there was something really relatable, and for a lot of years, there wasn't a lot of people who thought that. Probably just because they were in a bathing suit and playing guitar. But this is getting confusing. What I'm trying to say is that after 12 years, it makes us feel good that we just do what we do, and we just play the music that we play. Not to bore you with any sort of like things that go on behind the scenes, but there are so many times where you feel like, oh God, if we sounded more like this, or if we looked more like that, you know. No, I know, it's terrible. But it happens, you know. I mean, you do it every day probably when you get up, you know, and you don't put poop all over your face, you know. You try to make yourself look respectable and go to school or whatever, and brush your hair and wear cool clothes. It's cool if you want to put poop on. I mean, if that's like your fetish or whatever. I'm so sorry, parents. I'm not trying to get into poop fetishes or fetishes at all. Anyways, oh my God, all I'm trying to say is that I love that we can come to Dublin and play the most beautiful theater in the world. So thank you so much. It means so much. And now a song about poop. And now a song about all my fetishes that involve poop and girls in bikinis. Disgusting. Keep myself together. People from Ireland are pirates.